Hello students, welcome to J's Science Hub. Today we are going to study about the rest part of respiration. Okay, in the first video we discussed about gas exchange between external environment and lungs. Today we are going to discuss about the other two stages take place during respiration, the gas exchange in alveoli and cellular respiration. So let's enter into the video. We already discussed the main parts of respiratory system. They are nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles. These parts can be considered as a respiratory tract. They are not having any other special functions related to respiration. They act as a passage which carries the gas from the external environment to the lungs. These bronchioles are open in a water bubble shape structure which is known as alveoli. Due to the inhalation of gas, the oxygen concentration in alveoli is greater than that of blood capillary network around it. We already discussed this in the circulatory system, right? The pulmonary artery, which brings the deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle open into the lungs. Okay, they further divided into blood capillaries. These blood capillaries containing the blood which is deoxygenated, it means which is rich in carbon dioxide. We already know the process of diffusion, right? Diffusion means the moving of particles from higher concentration to the lower concentration. Okay, so here the oxygen diffuse out of the alveoli into the blood capillaries. Similarly, carbon dioxide and water vapor concentrated in blood capillary moves into the alveoli. This diagram shows you clearly the gas exchange that takes place in alveoli. So we can consider the alveoli as a respiratory surface of human. Respiratory surface means the place where gas exchange between external environment and blood take place. There are several adaptations present in alveoli for efficient gas exchange. Thin alveolar wall, moist alveolar surface, presence of a blood capillary network around alveoli, presence of large number of alveolar sac. So now we understand the gas exchange that take place in alveoli. Now we enter into the final stage of respiration, that is cellular respiration. Cellular respiration is the process of oxidation of simple foods to produce energy for biological activities within the living cell. We need energy to perform our day-to-day activities, right? So you all have a question where and how this energy is produced. The oxygen move into the blood capillaries from alveoli. It brings back to the heart through pulmonary vein. Then it supply throughout the body parts. So each cell receive this oxygen. This oxygen react with simple organic compounds in the cell and release the energy. So cellular respiration can be considered as a process of oxidation of simple foods to produce energy for biological activities within living cells. The word equation for respiration can be built as glucose react with oxygen forms carbon dioxide and water plus energy. Here glucose and oxygen are the reactants. Energy is the main product. Byproducts are the carbon dioxide and water. This carbon dioxide and water can be considered as excretory matter because they are produced during a metabolic activity. This excretory matter should be removed from the body. Okay, so due to the process of exhalation, this carbon dioxide and water is removed out from the body. This equation shows you the balanced chemical equation for respiration. Based on the requirement of oxygen, two types of respiration can be identified. They are aerobic and anaerobic respiration. The respiration that takes place in the presence of oxygen is called aerobic respiration, and the respiration carried out by organism without oxygen is known as anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration is more efficient and produce more energy than anaerobic respiration. We already studied about aerobic respiration, right? That is cellular respiration. So let's study about anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration that takes place in plants and yeast cell is known as alcohol fermentation. This respiration is known as alcohol respiration because alcohol is one of the major products here. So this equation shows you Glucose is converted into carbon dioxide and ethyl alcohol and energy. There's another anaerobic respiration, that is lactic acid fermentation. It takes place in animals including humans. Here the product is a lactic acid. Glucose is converted into lactic acid and energy. This lactic acid formation is a reason for muscle pain and cramp due to an instant activity, for example like 100 meters race. The energy which is produced during anaerobic respiration as well as aerobic respiration can be stored in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate, as a chemical energy. The energy needed for biological process is released during the breakdown of ATP. We already know these adenosine triphosphate have 3 phosphate tail. By breaking of this phosphate tail, energy is released out. For example, when ATP is break, it becomes ADP. The function of ATP is a storage of energy, release of energy, and act as an energy carrier. The energy stored in ATP is used for following requirements. Okay, for the movement of muscles, active transportation, chemical reaction that take place within organism, synthesis of complex compound from simple compounds, production of new cells, elimination of some organism, generation of electricity in some organism, and so on. I hope now you all understand about the process of respiration. Thanks for watching this video. Like, share and subscribe to J Science Sub for more videos related to science.